Working with 32Soft has really helped our company quite a bit. Everybody's familiar with Excel and they know how to use it. And by using the loaders that 32Soft provided has helped us put the power in the user's hands rather than coming to IT. We were doing a lot of sim loads, changing data whenever there was a new structure or something new within Walbro. What was happening is our finance staff and engineering staff was constantly downloading a bill of material, putting it into Excel manually. It was costing a lot of time. By getting a loader, we could have them, meaning them, 32Soft, download it for us, and then we could make easy changes. And it made costing products much faster, and believe it or not, I think it also helped with the structure of naming parts and coming up with the engineering. I can't say enough about 32Soft. If you have special cost buckets or whatever, challenge them. They will help you make your company run faster, better, and be more productive.
I agree with what Judy was saying, and I love what we have done with the 32Soft BOM simulator, because it puts the data right in front of the key persons who are making the decisions. And once you are confident that the data that you have in front of you is up to date and that it was obtained with the minimal resources, right now all the companies, I would guess that engineering time, it is a key resources that they have to optimize. So when we are developing new products, it's an exercise that has to be done and that not always returns in a new business. So that's why we wanted to have a tool that could really help us optimize the time that the engineers were spending on, and also help us optimize the time of the cost accountants that were doing the actual estimates. This really helped us because right now there's only one person who's keying in the information and the computer is doing the rest of it. So it's a great tool to have. It is a very, very simple tool, and everybody's starting to love it here.
We're doing the same thing at G3 as well with the sales order modify data loader, with mass changing the due dates on the sales orders in order to schedule. And we also use the production scheduler data loader from 32Soft, and that's used every single day to create our schedules for our boats down to what line they go down.
So actually, this is Ken Ratley with Skeeter again. Actually, I am one of the users, and my other users that do it are not computer scientists, so they're minimal users, but they're able to use these data loaders very, very easily and with confidence. One of the systems that we use is the backflush loader. We build a lot of in-house parts, not necessarily by Kanban, but similar to a Kanban, and every week we ended up having to backflush hundreds of records to issue the raw material to the parts that we made. So we were doing those backflushes, and it was very time consuming. And here again, it would take 2 or 3 hours a day, once a week, to do these items. And with the loader, now we can do it in a matter of just 5 or 10 minutes every week.
Very positive experience for everyone on our team, the whole implementation process, everything that was promised by 32Soft was implemented. And I like that 32Soft is open to hear our needs and then provides a solution and answer for any trouble or problem we have or improvement of the process we want to implement.
This is Liella. 32Soft has been really simple to work with, and they're always really fast to get back to us when we need anything. You know, Nancy, she's the one that usually facilitates things that we need for us here. and she's always right on it. No matter what we need, she gets it done, and you guys work really fast. We love it.
I would agree with Liela that the response time is surprising as well. When we have had issues during a trial where we were testing the product and such, or we needed modifications, Christian and Alina were very quick to respond and update the systems and provide us information when we've been working with the trials or requesting new trials. Nancy's been able to organize those with the team there and get them to us quickly. It has been a very nice situation where we ask for something and almost immediately we have an answer or a response back. So it's been very positive.
Like Doug said, we're all about trying to make things simpler for our people and improve their work experience and make things simpler for them. So you guys, data loaders, have really come to the rescue on some departments that were overwhelmed, like our purchasing department. You've probably saved them 10 hours a week worth of entering POs individually. So when we think about making people's jobs easier, your company, 32Soft, is really always in the back of our mind. Do they have something that can help?
The reason I actually found 32Soft and engaged with 32Soft was we were doing a project in Japan, and there was a requirement from Japan that they wanted to be able to enter sales orders and interface with Q80 via Excel. Honestly, I laughed the first time I heard that, and I thought it was impossible. So we did some investigation, and we found 32Soft, and we started working with this team, and we found that actually nothing's impossible when you work with 32Soft. This really comes down to defining your requirements. What do you need to do? What does the user need to see? What fields do you need to pull in? What fields do you need to put back into Q80? And what sort of validations do you want around those fields? It's that was really the driver. And it's interesting because that project with Japan actually did not work out with Q80, but we brought that to the rest of Coors Tech as a new tool, and it's been an incredible success since we've done that.
Yeah, and I would add that since we start to use 32Soft, not only we gain efficiency, and we add a lot of accuracy and consistency. Everyone you talk that have used 32Soft has good feedback on that.
And I would just add that, for every loader that we've engaged with 32Soft, we've taken the, a demo version of the out-of-the-box that 32Soft has provided. It does work in our system, but it's normally missing, as Cindy said, our customizations. So we've worked with the team, worked out what sort of modifications that we need. And it's been it's normally an iterative process going through the modifications to a final product. But, it's been a very, I'd say, very good experience, very streamlined, very knowledgeable team at 32Soft that allows you to take those base configurations and, configure/customize those to your needs.
And I've had a very good working relationship. Started way back with 32Print. It started way back with 32Print, and then when we needed a loader, like the one that they provided, they quickly created a price loader that from one of the ones they had before. Going with 32Soft to develop this app was a simple choice, and we're very pleased with the outcome. Lastly, their support and service has been excellent, both in design, suggestions, and working with Christian and others to get immediate support on changes has been easy. Really easy to get things done, both with this app and with the loaders where we went and where we've had issues. And I haven't found any problems with working with anyone at 32Soft. It's always been a pleasure.
Automotive, we're a tier 1 supplier. We also supply some internal customers, sister plants. Customer schedules are a way of life. We do mostly EDI. However, within our organization, we have some other plants that choose to send their demand via spreadsheets. And this particular 32 soft loader has been wonderful as someone who has spent time entering in manual schedules into customer schedules. It's no fun, a lot of opportunity for error. This product allows us to take the spreadsheet that the customer sends, simply upload it, and then we have full visibility in our MRP and our pick list and so forth. Also, the other scenarios are applicable, and we have used them in the past for that, but more so our general use has been to take demand from customers who choose not to send EDI, and allows us to maintain our system as if they did.
And working with 32Soft was very quick turnaround on those changes. Some of them required iterative steps where we tested individual parts moving forward. We have some custom programs specifically. I think with the PO Workbench, we had some changes there where we have some custom programs for emailing out purchase orders and such. And so we needed to work with the team at 32Soft. It was, I think, a very positive experience. They very knowledgeable, understood our situation. We were able to identify the programs that needed to be called. Again, we went through a testing process. It worked well, and we were actually surprised at the cost. It was minimal to what we were expecting for such changes. We also, for the sales order modify, we wanted to control some of the data on what would actually be modified. And I believe we also added a couple fields that the team at 32Soft were able to modify quickly and provide the tool pretty much custom to what we needed for the application that we had for it.
We had the same experience with the production scheduling data loader as well. With the way G3, with the way we schedule our boats, we ended up having a massive amount of customization with that loader. But Olena worked really hard on it, and everybody came together and got exactly what we needed. And it works great. We use it every day.
From our standpoint, the loaders have definitely improved our productivity, not only in customer service and entering orders, but also in our shippers, bill of material maintenance, item master maintenance. We have at least 4 different loaders, and on occasion I get back on the website and see what else is out there that can help us out. But from the sales order standpoint, what Megan has been working in customer service with, customers that send us orders in an Excel type format. Those are the ones that are large volume orders, and it would come in and it would literally take hours during the day to get all those entered. We worked with this customer on getting their orders sent to us in an Excel format, and now it's literally taking about 15 minutes to get everything taken care of. A minimal amount of time actually getting the orders loaded into QAD. We work with customers where we supply some large wiring harnesses to the RV industry. Those harnesses have a lot of copper in them, so as copper fluctuates, we go through and we do a quarterly copper review. So if the prices change, that's where we use the date and price changer. We have some formulas that go through and calculate how much the difference in price is. So we'll download, come at the end of the quarter, we'll download all the open orders for that customer. We advise the pricing and then load it back in. So it's a very quick, efficient process. It's been a great assistance for us.
So as management, we would like to understand those reasons and start gathering some data. And so every morning we pull up the backlog and see the orders that were missed from the previous day and look at those comments and understand why the order did not ship on time. And then we start coding data and getting some good Pareto analysis for us to go after and fix some of those issues. So we've come a long way in using this tool. We're starting to realize that it's a key integral part of our business, and the uptime of it is excellent. The responsiveness of the backlog is excellent. it's just become a huge part of the business and used as a management tool to manage the business. So we're very pleased with it, and we still see some opportunity to enhance it and drive some further customization and functionality within the backlog, and which we've already started planning for. So with that said, I think it's an excellent product, and there's a lot of potential out there for different organizations to utilize the tool, and it would be a good investment. We've put a lot of investment into it and effort into it, and we're seeing the payback and the rewards from it from a management standpoint. So I'd like to thank you all for your time. This is an excellent tool here, and I highly recommend it, and there's a great team behind it supporting it. So thank you, Alex, and your team for everything that you've done. So
we've been using exclusively in the item master, the routing, and the product structure maintenance for many of the things that she highlighted. It has been saving us a tremendous amount of time in both the IT department and in the engineering department. We've been doing at Artsway, we've been doing product enhancements or bringing products in from other companies and stuff like that. So generally, when the data comes in, it's not set up in our own our criteria. So by using the loaders, we can then go in and change buyer planners, set buyer planners up, mins, maxes, all the planning tools that we have in the item master. And as far as the audit goes, you can then very easily hand somebody an Excel spreadsheet. They look at it, they're familiar with Excel, they can do their markups on it and then send you, and then we've been able to very quickly load that data into the system and get it validated. We've massively changed lots of data very, very quickly and then very successfully when going through it. We also did, as far as increasing the accuracy, sometimes when your data over a course of time gets a little jumbled up, we had an instance where our milestone operations were not accurate. So we were able to download it in there, check the milestone operations, and then upload them back up very, very quickly using that as the audit trail. Being able to transfer data back and forth between sites or different entities has been a great plus for us. A lot of times we will save our changes that we've made in an Excel spreadsheet where we can pull that back up. In routers, combining operations, we've had a case where years ago they used to have everything broke down where in buffing and shipping and welding you had individual steps. We made the decision to make those changes as well. Both in IT and engineering, that's not good use of their valuable resources, so we can now offload that into other areas, planning, scheduling. We've been finding endless ways to use it and manipulate the data and keep things going. And we've been able to get products up and running in a very short period of time.
From my end, I've worked with Alex and his team on other projects in prior lives, and much like every other one, it's very collaborative, back and forth, and quick response. And you don't, you've always had software companies with a heavy sales pitch, and then they seem to vanish once they get your PO. Alex and his team are right there with you all the way through till it's done, and any issues right away. Particularly Christian needs like a response like that. So there's never any issues with worrying about if it's going to work or you're going to get your money's worth.
Our team overall gained a 70% efficiency gain in PO placement. Our ROI was in months and not years. It made it very easy to get it approved. We sustained our headcount of 8 employees, so we had 8 people to start in 2010. We've added over 11 new production cells in our facility, only sunsetting 1. So net, we are still at 10 new work cells that we were able to absorb with the same 8 people. The learning curve is minimal. Everybody knows how to run Excel. So the functionality of it is very easy. You can learn it with, a 45-minute training session. I'll share a story with you. I had a request for a conference call from a counterpart in Australia. And she has since had 2 different managers over the course of 5 years. And she was asking me, she came across something and she was wondering how to use it. Well, lo and behold, it was a work order tool. So she said, I heard that you know a little bit something about this, and Wade directed me to have you show me how to use it. And I said, you've never used this before. And she said, no, I just found it. And so I walked her through how to process it. We ran through a team that she downloaded. We were sharing screens. And she said, Moggy. And I said, I know. She goes, this has been here the whole time on my directory, and I didn't know about it. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And you could hear the desperation in her voice, and you could hear like her mind picking of how many hours she has wasted just manually releasing work orders. To me, that's what, as a manager, that's how I know I've done my job. That I've helped somebody move on from the data entry standpoint and allowed them time to do process improvements. And because that's really how, at the end of the day, you feel like you're valued, right? Not pushing a button. It's going out, implementing, going out to the line and finding, a supplier packages it this way, and it would save the line 30 seconds per item if they packaged it that way. Those process improvement things. That's really where people, find a sense of value and feel like they've contributed to something bigger.